What is up, Ramley? So let's talk about the Rams versus Raiders preseason game. And obviously from the very beginning, we knew there were not going to be any starters. So I was kind of happy to see what we would see in Blake Bortles and the backup offensive line, Henderson and Kadero Hodge, Mike Thomas, some of those wide receivers. Defensively, I was very interested in seeing David Long and Taylor Rapp play. Also seeing Greg Gaines. We didn't see a lot of Greg Gaines, but you saw some of them in the probably like in the fourth quarter. You would see probably the most out of Greg Gaines. But I think the people that stood out to me today were for sure Taylor Rapp. He actually played very well. Had a pass deflection. He stopped the third down conversion from happening, and then also he had 6 tackles. So for me, he was the best player on the field today. David Long was in there, but he really wasn't thrown to yet again. And then I wanted to see more Greg Gaines because I'm not much of a Sebastian Joseph Day guy. He's supposed to come in for Ndamukong Suh, because obviously we don't have Ndamukong Suh, but I like Greg Gaines better. I like him more as a run defender. I didn't really see much from Townsville Smart and John Franklin Myers, Sebastian Joseph Day. Those guys didn't really do much. So to me, it was like the run defense was non-existent in the first half. They weren't really doing much. So to me, that was one of the most interesting parts, because some of these guys, they're fighting to stay on the team and they can't even probably stop the run. So it's going to be hard to find them a position, especially when the Rams have a stacked defense like they do. So Greg Gaines is going to be one of those guys that I think he's going to start appearing a little bit more and more as the preseason goes on, and then hopefully, I hope that he starts the season off over Sebastian Joseph Day. But you didn't really see much starters today. You saw basically all the backups to the backups, and some of them did a really good job. Kevin Peterson at first was playing like crap, and then he ended up getting an interception. And then I forgot the first name of this guy, but he's a safety. His last name is Parker. Well, he ended up getting an interception too. So the Rams defense was bad and good at the same time. They couldn't stop the run, but their pass defense was really good, especially when Taylor Rapp was in there. They did a really good job. But let's see. I think they could have done better on run defensively. But overall, it is the backup, so most of these guys will probably not even be here. And some of them will. I think out of the draft class, this whole draft class did fairly well. The 2019 draft class against the Raiders, all those guys kind of came out, kind of shown their skills, and then that was basically it. Offensively, I actually liked what I saw from Blake Bortles, even though he didn't score much. He was still there. You still see him throw down the field, intermediate passes down the field, in the middle, and in the outside. He actually threw it on the money. Whether or not the receivers and running backs caught those passes, that's on them. But Blake put it on the money. And then he had screen passes thrown to the tight end, wide receiver, and running back, but they didn't catch the ball. So, I'm not going to fault him for that. I'm just going to give him credit for doing his part. He actually did a good job. And then Henderson comes in, and he gets the ball, and he runs it down the middle for 9 yards, first attempt. So, the future's bright for some of these guys. Offensive linemen, you would see Bobby Evans and what's the dude's name? David Edwards. Those tackles we drafted, they were subbed in at right tackle, left tackle, and then later they were pushed at left guard, right guard. So they got their reps, and they actually did a pretty decent job. They actually did a really good job protecting the quarterback, opening holes for the running back. So they did good. Jamil Demby was playing left guard and center. So if you guys have Game Pass, you guys can go back there and just kind of watch how they were doing stuff. It was actually pretty interesting. They were rotating these guys, and I think the Rams did a good job of just getting those guys opportunities to shine. I kind of like the fact we don't play people starters in the preseason, because why waste kind of their health and give the other guys an opportunity to show that, hey, I can make plays too. So just in case a guy goes down, all right, this guy can come in and do something. So overall, I think the Rams did a fairly decent job. I mean, obviously we didn't score many points. We only scored 3. I think the scoreboard was 14-3. But I mean, like I said, it's all these backups / to the backups. So it's not like Sean McVay wasn't even calling the plays. I think the passing game coordinator was calling the plays. So Sean McVay was just chilling with everybody else. And I mean, hopefully we get more opportunities. I want to see more from Greg Gaines. I want to see more from David Long. Taylor Rapp, I think you can just leave him in there for a drive or 2. And then the only one that I see can be significant, like help, who could be like a starter starting off this year, could be Micah Kiser. But for some reason, I don't know, dude. Like, I feel like Micah Kiser, he bites too much on play action. I've seen him bite on play action and get like thrown off. So I think in the passing game, I would love to see Taylor Rapp become a linebacker. Just gives us a little edge, a little more speed, a little more awareness in the passing game. But obviously at running downs, like they're going to try to stop the run, Micah Kiser is a perfect fit. So it all depends on what Triple OG Wade Phillips wants to do. Let me know what you guys think, man. Like, I was watching this game. I was really not hoping for like a good game for us. I think I just wanted to see individual players make plays, you know what I mean? Sure, like if we would have won, that would have been okay, but it doesn't mean anything. Preseason means nothing. I know a lot of people kind of started like tripping, like, man, this and this and that and that. But I mean, at first they got to get the rust out. Plus, some of these guys are backups to our backups, so it's no reason to start tripping. Plus, I think I saw some of the Raiders starters actually in the game. Like, you would see their number 1 draft pick from this past draft. He was playing in this game. So it's like the Rams did fairly well playing against some of the Oakland Raiders starters. Obviously, you didn't see David Carr out there and other like the offensive linemen and running backs. Like their number 1 running back wasn't on the field. Their best wide receivers weren't on the field. So they were playing with some of their good players, but not all of them. So they did a good job. The Rams, I think, offensive line did a good job, except a lot of like delay of game flags, and then like a formation violation and all that crap, and then a lot of special teams flags. So there's going to be a lot of crap like that going on in the regular season. Hopefully not, or in the next couple of preseason games. Hopefully we can get that taken care of and corrected. But all honesty, I was just happy to watch the Rams play again. It was actually pretty fun. It's been a while, so hopefully they can get their stuff together and put a good performance, because that's what we want to see from the Rams. Next game is going to be in Honolulu, so I know there's some of the Rams fans that watch my videos that are from Hawaii, so have fun over there, and hopefully you guys have a blast and get to see your Rams, man. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about the game. Basically, Rapp did good, Henderson did good, Bortles did well. Big ups to those backups for getting those interceptions, and let's keep it going. Until next time, you guys, go Rams.
Go out, to see these guys be able to make these plays gives me a lot of confidence.
One of those, a lot of people are looking forward to AB being out here. What makes him such a special target for you?
I think it's just his work ethic. The guy outworks everybody. Him and I. Oh, go! Staying true to some stuff, but he can tell you too. Watching AB practice and things like that, guy's special.
One thing that stood out to me immediately.